Just a lot of sponsors these days in WWE. I mean, they're sponsoring. We've got a beverage cart on the outside for Prime. We've got the dasher boards around the ring are sponsored. You know, we've seen this. The ring skirts are sponsored. We've seen the canvas is sponsored. Now we've got the tables and the turnbuckles, and now the ladder, but also the post show. And so they've fallen into this system where they're going to do a press conference after the pay per view, and a lot of times we do see the characters on the program do an in character press conference. But when it comes to the executives, like when The Rock announced that WrestleMania was coming to New Orleans, he shared all the cards. I mean, it was a real press conference. There was no wrestling story. It was, here's everything that we're doing. And you've even heard, Triple H defend at some of these press conferences, the idea that they're saying this business and acknowledging when things are a work and blah, blah, blah. But when he's asked about Ron Killings and whether or not this was always the plan or was it a work, he didn't really give an answer. It was almost like, hey, enjoy the show, almost implying that this was the plan all along. And of course, R-Truth's kids took to social to say, nope. And late that night, Ron Killings even just tweeted the words, no work. But when one of his loving fans tweeted at him, he responded fabulously. He said, no, hashtag we want truth was seen, heard, felt, and understood. Believe me when I say this. I love every one of y'all to death. We made history together. So Ron Killings is acknowledging, no, this was the real plan. And we know that, I shouldn't say we know, we're led to believe and we assume that the deal came together in the last 72 hours prior to the pay-per-view. That's according to Mike Johnson at PW Insider. And I guess part of the deal was he's going to come back not as R-Truth, but as Ron Killings. So he's at least going to be building value for his brand post WWE. It's a big deal for him to be back, but it does make me wonder, like, the WWE this summer, Jeff, is promoting WWE Unreal, where they're allegedly going to show us what happens inside the writer's room, and they're going to show us, hey, what's real and what's not, what's planned and what's not. So if this same company is producing a program like that, why would we use the press conference as an opportunity to continue the story and not just tell the real truth? I get it's sponsored, and so now you kind of feel like you have to do it. But it feels like the press conference now, respectfully, might be a waste of time. Either we're going to talk about things the way they really are, or we're going to continue the story. But it just feels like Triple H, to me, in my opinion, it was a misstep. Because when he said, just enjoy the show, that's sort of dismissive at a press conference. And now you've got people who are looking at that sort of side-eyed like, hey, wait a minute. Because if he just would have said instead, Jeff, hey, no, we listen to you. You told us what you wanted, and we're here to deliver. We want to over deliver. We're here to put smiles on people's faces. You wanted truth. We corrected our mistake. He's back. I'm glad that Ron Killings is back in WWE. He could have been the hero. And I feel like when NXT was first getting going and it was sort of Triple H's baby, that is the way he would have approached that. Is it just required when you're in the big seat in WWE to blur the lines? Because that felt like a Vince McMahonism of enjoy the show or whatever. What'd you make of that?
God, you're too much.
You disagree?
I mean, this was the plan. What's amazing to me is that they've got Killing's son in on the work. I guess Nick Khan's now going to be a part of this because he's a part of the storyline. No, Conrad, the whole thing. I'm kidding, tongue in cheek. Very surprising in a lot of ways because man, oh man, you've hit the. That's why I was chuckling at you. You hit the nail on the head in that. As we often say, and we've already said it on here, and we're going to get into it as we get into the topic on the difference between R-Truth and Ron the Truth Killings. But authenticity, transparency, accountability, what a missed opportunity, I think, in so many ways, in that the whole enjoy the show to me screams one thing that as opposed to trying to slide on through it and cover it up. I think it exposed it more. The ego of, hey, I screwed up. But the reality is, we're going back to however he got cut. It wasn't because Ron screwed up or was late or whatever it was. They were cutting him because of money, whether it was a little money or a lot of money. But they let him go over dollars and cents. It wasn't over behavior or none of that. It was strictly a financial decision, unless there is more to this that we don't know, Conrad, and there certainly could be. But all things appear that it's a financial decision is why they cut. And then did they think the people, the WWE universe, were just going to stand up and applaud? Yay, you got rid of Truth, a beloved character who has been a staple of the WWE. I'll say the comedy, the lightness. Like, he hasn't been in a heated angle or anything like that. The 24/7 and the bits and pieces and everything that goes with it. He's give. If there's one guy in this business that has never given since he returned there, the any fan to be upset at, it's Ronnie. And you know, the kind of thought through all this that for them to make the cut. Well, why did they make the cut? Was it financial, or was it, hey man, he's a Vince guy, we got to, you know, we're slowly weeding out? Like, what was the real reason? But I'll stay with, okay, so it's a financial thing. But then the backlash happened, and then they doubled down. You talk about doubling down. They doubled down on, hey, it's all part of the story, and Ronnie's kid blew that out of the water, which, Conrad, the whole thing is surprising, but man, oh man, and I'm as guilty can be throughout my career when I look back, and we've gone into that issues. But ego, to me, it's only ego that you don't say, hey man, we screwed up as a company and let him go. But we're listening, just what you said, we're listening to you fans, and we're going to bring you back. They're saying the opposite. It's a story, enjoy the show. But the real reality is Ari and company are going, okay, so where are we getting that money at? Who you guys going to cut now? Because that's the obvious. But I'm happy for Ronnie, because what a success story at this stage. And Ron, the Truth Killings, is the guy that I fell in love with as a talent back in the Memphis TV days when he was first getting on the scene. It's going to be so interesting. I hate to say this because it's going to come sooner rather than later, but we'll see. Maybe there's a collaborative effort, but because, you know, WME has the best music agents, or some of the best music agents in the world. So maybe they're.
We hope Jeff is still with us. His internet just froze up, but I'm still here, and we're talking about what happened this past weekend at Money in the Bank. Of course, post-match, we saw that press conference from Triple H, but we also saw Cody Rhodes join the desk, and I loved what he said. He said, you guys wanted our truth, and it's always our job, everybody here, Triple H, Nick Khan, to give you what you want. So thank you guys for letting us know. Thank you. I thought Cody handled that fabulously. And listen, there's a lot of these tough situations that, you know, you're in, and you're going to be in the firing squad in the line of fire at that presser, and you got to know how to answer. Don't we all love summer vacation, relaxing, laying out by the pool, barbecues, hitting the beach, doing, well, nothing? Well, how about a summer vacation from your house payments? With SaveWithConrad.com, you can do just that. Reduce your monthly payments by making the equity you built up in your home work for you. You can roll together those high interest rate credit cards into one lower monthly payment, and perhaps access some of that newfound equity to turn your house into your dream home with no money out of pocket. And how about this? You get to skip your next 2 house payments. That's right. You won't have to make your June or your July house payment. You're done until August 1st. Go right now to SaveWithConrad.com. Let my team run the numbers for you for free. There's no obligation, and if we can't help you save some cash, we won't waste your time. And did I mention we're offering a 3-year guarantee right now? That's right. That means if at any point interest rates improve over the next 3 years, you get a free refi. That's right. No new lender fees from us. So you get to save money now without wasting money later when the rates improve on a whole second set of closing costs. why not go to savewithconrad.com and get a guarantee? Save money now and save money later with your friend in the mortgage business. That's me, Conrad Thompson at savewithconrad.com. Shoot me an email at conrad@savewithconrad.com. Give us a call at 888-425-0105 or get yourself a quick quote. Even talk to a live person right now at savewithconrad.com. NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. Let's take a summer vacation from house payments at savewithconrad.com.